He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
Hey guys, welcome back to That Liminal Period. It's your girl, CALMLY Shoddy, and today I'm going to be doing a reaction video on a viral TikTok about a first date and Cheesecake Factory. I'm sure you guys have already heard about it, but I thought it'd be a great video to follow up on our previous conversation around first dates and expectation. Let's see what she has to say and exactly how she ended up at Cheesecake. Crazy.
Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Selfie time.
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with
Okay.
that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
The one time.
Excuse me, ma'am. Who takes a woman that looks like what? Who takes a woman to a Cheesecake Factory? Someone that is intending to take her out on a date and get to know her? That's who? Someone that tried? That's who? Like, did you even see, like, that finger wave? Like, the way that she kept the door locked while this man is trying to open the door for her? Like, what is with this attitude?
Talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's
Come
talk
on,
about
get
it.
it on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Oh, okay.
Bruh, she locked the man out of his car. Like, get for real.
Okay. So
Yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man?
Let's talk about it, but I'm still confused on why she's recording this. Like, is she famous? Like, is she a celebrity that I'm unaware of? Like, why are we talking about it on TikTok? I mean, I'm glad that you made it so I can react to it, but what's the point of this?
To go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because
Okay, so earlier I asked you, like, when you say take out a woman like this, what you meant was a beautiful woman? Man, beauty is subjective, and I'm glad that you have great self-confidence. I'm happy for you. But man, just like you think cheesecake ain't shit, some men are thinking that your beauty ain't shit. So, you're saying that he is supposed to court you, and who's going to take you to Cheesecake Factory? Well, just so you know, Cheesecake Factory, even though it's a chain, 45% of restaurants in America are chains. So what? You're not going to go to Season 52? You're not going to go to Ruth's Chris? Those are chains. South City Kitchen? I can hear the twang in your voice. I know you're from Atlanta. Five Church? Those are all chains, man. Don't go there then.
I get courted. So you're courting.
Courting is with the intention of marriage. If your intention of marriage is with this man and you have this attitude about going to a particular restaurant for a first date, then maybe you're not actually in it for courtship. Maybe you're actually in it for a good meal, and that's okay. Well, honestly, no, it's not okay. But at least acknowledge it for what it is. And don't sit here and tell this man that you're trying to be courted and that's why you're supposed to go to a certain type of restaurant.
Her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her. Supposed
to do all these things for her. Supposed to. That's the entitlement that she has going into the first date. Red flag.
Nourish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. True.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
Not
I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course.
Okay, so he already said his expectation for himself is to protect you, to make sure you're safe, to pay for your food, to pick you up, what more are you actually asking for from this man on a first date? A different type of restaurant? Honey, you better be happy he didn't take you to go get coffee to screen you out. And honestly, he probably should have.
And just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
you've been nice. You've been nice. Completely minimizing every point that he just made and the efforts that he's put forth. You've been nice.
And then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on a first date. I expect her to be respectful too.
Which she isn't.
I expect her to be cooperative.
Which she hasn't been.
And at least,
Respectful.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
What have you done that is actually cooperative? You literally locked this man out of his own car. You refused to unlock the car when he tried to open your door. Proceeded to roll down the window and tell him, I'm not getting out. I'm really not sure how you think you are cooperating when you're not even willing to leave the car to go into the date.
Well, I mean, even when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I don't know you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
So they're fairly new and getting to know each other. So it's too early for you to hold onto his arm when he's walking you to the car. But it's not too early for him to go all out, put out all expenses on a first date. Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're
know
not there
yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
And then
He's literally respecting your boundaries, man.
but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made
There's nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
You got yourself made up. 4-inch hoop earrings, fuchsia lipstick, and a lime green bustier. That's how you think that you should be dressing for a first date, going to a fine dine establishment? You did everything? Everything? Okay.
Okay, well, look at my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. Aria, right there. Call him.
Aria. See, I confirm. She's in Atlanta. I heard the twang, and now it's confirmed. She wants to go to a 5-star restaurant that's won multiple awards here in Buckhead, Atlanta. And instead she ended up at Cheesecake. Let's see why.
What do you mean now?
See, I specifically
Call
told you
them.
both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at.
What you mean, He said he told you yesterday and today about the time he's gonna come pick you up. Does that mean that he didn't tell you this? Did you not get the text or phone call? Were you unaware of these plans?
4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour.
I understand.
For an hour.
Do you
but
understand?
I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't...
So at what point did you realize that you weren't going to make it to the date on time or be ready in time? At 3 p.m. when you realized that you still had work on the table and that you're not going to have enough time to get ready or to make it to the date, at that point in time, you probably should have contacted this man and let our friend know that, hey, I'm running a little bit late. Can we postpone the date or can we change the reservation? Like, you need to respect this man's time. He's respecting your boundaries. Show some respect.
know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
So you don't know him well enough to invite him upstairs, but you know him well enough to waste his time. Okay.
That is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment.
She literally has the
we're not
nastiest
ready
attitude.
in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing. which I'm still willing to do.
I
I
mean-
would have been,
Okay.
but if we're late, I mean, I told
we
you
weren't
twice.
late. It was
Stop making excuses, man. He said y'all were late. You came downstairs an hour late. What you mean you're not that late?
that late.
We literally
Come on.
left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be.
Oh,
And I specifically said 4 because maybe
Okay. Okay. The way she just minimizes everything that he has to say is just like the most annoying part about this video.
you could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
She doesn't want to get to know you. You can look at the expression on her face. She is not trying to hear it. She is not trying to get to know you. She's trying to figure out, how do you guys make it back to Aria? She's not trying to get to know you. She's not trying to be courted, and she's not trying to court you.
Waiting for a reservation.
we can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that? Like,
Y'all can still get to know each other. I'm pretty sure he knows everything that he needs to at this point.
you know,
No.
equivalent to that. I mean,
I
you
literally
don't
just said
understand.
Equivalent.
Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
Look at you. I already described it, ma'am. You look like you fit right in with Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Cracker Barrel. Like, honestly, like, I feel like he's trying really hard with Cheesecake Factory. Like, you're going to easily spend $150 at Cheesecake Factory, desserts, appetizers, and $30 plates. Yeah, we're hitting that mark. And for a first date, I think that's more than enough.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's
Okay.
embarrassing.
Okay. This
as I
is
said,
embarrassing.
I have very specific certain expectations for that.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other.
Thank you.
So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
The way that jaw dropped. Yes, he did.
I'm out.
So you just want to call it a night?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean,
you
isn't
should have
there
called it
some
a night
kind of
when you came
compromise
down
or
an hour
something?
late.
Like,
Compromise? What you mean compromise? The compromise was him willing to wait for you for an extra hour in his car. The compromise was him still taking you out to an establishment to get to know you and willing to open your door and pay for your meal. That is the compromise. You denied it. You rejected it. Like, rolled your eyes, scoffed at it, dismissed it, belittled it. Like, I don't even know what more else to say. Like, you don't respect this man. You don't respect his time or his effort.
can you believe this?
Yes.
I'm sorry, y'all.
He was
but-
pulled out of the parking space.
And even then, he's being
If
apologetic.
I don't
like,
feel
come
respected,
on.
I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well,
You know what? I'm gonna cut her embarrassment short. This is where the video basically ends. She does not understand why he is calling it a night. He has tried his best. She has tried to put him on blast, put him on TikTok, asking strangers exactly like how he's treating her and expecting them to agree with her. Like, that is crazy to me. And honestly, like, looking at her, I'm really not sure how she's been treated in the past and what type of princess treatment she's expecting. But I'm sorry to say, but honestly, in Atlanta, there's 7 females to every man. Okay, the fact that Jay is willing to pick you up and take you out, you should be very appreciative of that. And if not, take it as a learning lesson. Like, this is absolutely disgusting behavior. It's the worst attitude ever. And you got exactly what you deserve.